locations that are seen by government, but you can use all locations that you find attractive. It's only up to you if you want to use some of them. Total capacity of all these locations is about 500 megawatts, with annual production of 2,000 gigawatts, which is 6% of all consumption in Serbia. These are a number of locations with municipalities and predictive power of installed power. In the year of 2008, only 2.4% of possible production in small hydropower plants was used. So over 97% are still waiting to be built and used. Some efforts were made by government to approve possibilities to investors to invest, and over 32,000 megawatts of installed power will be started to build over the next 2 years. And this data is according to Serbian Ministry of Mining and Energetics. Maybe an interesting topic is revitalization of all the small hydropower plants. There are 60 of them in Serbia, and 50% of them are not operative. Some of them are up to 100 years old, and they are waiting to be renovated and used. This is buying up price, table with buying up price, which is subsidized by government. You have several categories, and if you're if you're interested in detailed overview, you can take a look of our work. Okay, so government declared 2 decrees which are related to renewable energy sources and small power plants, hydro, wind, solar, and so on. There is possibility of owning more than one plant. There is only limitation per each plant how much of installed power it can have. Subsidized period is up to 12 years. There are some discussions for what is going to happen after 12 years, but that's not a clear story in the moment. And we would like to make a short overview of conventional and small hydropower plants and new system called CARE. If you want to build some small hydropower plants, then you have to buy land, build them, set the equipment, connect the plant to network, and after all that, in a few years, EU directives will reach in Serbia also, and you would have to pay some fees for environment protection. From the other hand, new care system is a little bit more expensive in the beginning, and but it has significant it has better points than conventional. We made some small account over a period of return, and we think that for a small hydropower plant it's 7 years, and for CARE it's 16 years. Okay, this is a picture of CARE system. It's based, you don't need to have a dam, you don't need to pollute to use a huge amount of land. Also, if you want to have a detailed informational overview, you can find it in our detailed research. Okay, now we reached the wind power, and my colleague will proceed with it.
Okay, first I would like to thank you for your presentation in such a large number. So let's go back to the presentation. As you can see, these days we are facing with the fact that the installed capacity of the wind turbines, or I could say renewable energy sources, in the world has an exponential growth. Current leaders in the production of wind energy are at the first place Germans, and on the second place is Spain, and so and so on. Let's talk about import energy. In the year 2009, Serbia imported 150 gigawatt hours. In the year 2010, till now, we imported 500 gigawatt hour, and the prediction is that till the end of the year, we'll import 300 gigawatt hour, more, which is all 800 gigawatt hours. I'm telling you all this because the energy production obtained from the wind is estimated to 2,300 gigawatts hour of annual production. These data clearly show us that Serbia need more electrical energy production, and that could be realized through the investments in renewable energy sources. We realized that we must modernize our energy infrastructure, especially if you know that Serbia support agreement signed in Kyoto, which claims that till the end of 2020, countries which have adopted the agreement should upgrade their power systems so that at least 20% of the installed capacity should be renewable energy sources. Let's now talk about wind potential in Serbia. Available wind potential in Serbia, as you can see, varies a lot from region to region, as from season to season. Special areas of special interest are the northern parts of the country, or I can say northern eastern parts. In this area is well known by its wind called Košava. Košava blows from southeast to the northwest. Košava is it is a wind with dominant direction and highest average speed, which is extremely important for the construction of the wind power plants. You can see here the region of Vojvodina, and you can see the northeastern part, which has the highest average speed above the 5.5 meters per second. One of the regions is particularly important in this area. This is southern Banat. Research has shown that the southern Banat has the best feature with the annual average speed of 6 meters per second. Only thing that it should be noted that in this area some rare species of animals and plants live, so it could be a problem for the implementation of the project. As I'm talking about, specifically talking about lease of the land. Here you can see the conceptual solution for the building a wind park in the southern Banat. It's just an idea, and I will run through this fast. Projects, since the several projects have been done in the southern Banat, there is some problems. I'm talking about regulatory context as well as environmental, which hinder their implementation. I must say that neither of the projects haven't got construction permit yet. Permits for the next network connection are only for 500 megawatts of installed capacity, unfortunately. Now let me pass to the road infrastructure and electrical network infrastructure. Vojvodina has well-developed road infrastructure, and beside that, River Danube flows through Vojvodina, and you can see on the edge of the southern Banat also. So it gives us very cheap transport of wind turbines. As well as we are talking about network electrical network infrastructure, it's also well developed. You can see it on the picture. Let's talk about situation in the region. You can see that Hungary has about 200 megawatts of installed capacity. Croatia is about, I don't know, 28. Unfortunately, Serbia, Bosnia, and Montenegro, and Macedonia and Albania has 0 megawatts of installed capacity from the wind turbines. Now, if we look at the feed-in tariffs in the regions, we can see that Serbia gives the best offer for the redemption of the wind energy in the region, which is guaranteed by the government for the 12 years. It's 9.5 euro cents per kilowatt hour, which is, I must say, very good. I can compare with Austria, which has 9.7 euro cents per kilowatt. So the conclusion is southern Banat is a good place to invest because of great wind potential. Also, we have a suitable wind for the construction of the wind turbines. We have a well-developed road infrastructure, cheap transport of wind turbines thanks to Danube, well-developed energy network, also privileged payment of electricity obtained from the renewable energy sources. Serbia is an unused market, but for now, and the period of amortization is between 8 and 9 years. So, as always, we have some disadvantages. These are the long procedure of obtaining construction permits, a long term for urban development plans, and difficulty in obtaining permits for the connection to the network. As I said, we are giving only 5 megawatts permits for the connection to the network. But Mr. Offner, you should be aware that this is a risk which you take when you are trying to be the first one who try to win an unused market. Mm-hmm. So in the next 2 or 3 years, this should be regulated, but then you will have to face with much stronger competition than now. And that's all. Now I'm calling Herr Stevic to approach to the...
We'll make just a short overview of solar power, just a few slides. So Serbia has big irradiation, which is bigger than in the rest of Europe. Especially interesting is the southern part of land. There are 23% of sunny days, which makes production very interesting. To cut the story, I was on Energy Fair in Belgrade 2 weeks ago, and some companies in Serbia started to build solar panels. To invest in one house, which has about 100 square meters, to produce the electrical energy out of solar energy, costs about 30,000 euros, and the period of amortization is about 10 years. So that's fresh data. Okay, we have some interesting potential in biomass also, mainly production of biodiesel. Also, geothermal power is interested. It's untouched market. and some of legal framework. There is a pattern here, detailed